Good evening, dear audience of Conflict and Resilience Research Institute Canada. On behalf of the Institute, I welcome all of you to a very special moment today. I'm excited and I'm very happy because at the end, an MOU signing event is taking place across many different geographical locations. And this is about an MOU being already signed between the Department of Environmental Science and Management of North-South University in Bangladesh, and which is a number one private university in Bangladesh, and they have tons of researchers and a wonderful faculty and staffs that I met many times in the past. Today, what we are going to do basically is introduce Professor Dr. Zakaria, who leads the team at NSU Department of Environmental Science and Management. And also we have our director, Professor Dr. Nahareen Islam Khan, joining from Germany, and she's going to also speak a few words about the potentials of this collaboration. And also we are very happy and excited to have Dr. Cynthia McKinney, who used to be teaching, but now she has taken additional responsibility as Director External Affairs. And during my visit in Bangladesh, I have met with her again. Previously, I met her when I was giving a very brief talk with CPS, Center for Peace Studies. So with this modus operandi, let me do the treaty recognition. Conflict and Resilience Research Institute Canada is located on traditional lands of Anishinaabe, Cree, Ojibwe, Dakota, and Dene peoples, and on the homelands of Métis Nation. We all are promise-bound in Canada to work with our Indigenous brothers and sisters with the true spirit of reconciliation. Dear audience, as I briefly discussed about the Memorandum of Understanding signing ceremony today, let me give you a very brief context. Conflict and Resilience Research Institute always look forward to collaborate with a number of research organizations throughout the globe. And Bangladesh being my home country, I always look forward to be in touch with academic and research organizations. During my last visit, with the active sponsorship of our director, Professor Dr. Nahareen Islam Khan, we contacted Professor Zakaria, and Zakaria was very much interested in terms of collaboration in the field of not only his, but also a lot of activities that he has undertaken in Bangladesh. So definitely I was interested after listening to his activities and research and publications. And also Professor Dr. Zakaria has ensured that we meet the Vice Chancellor of the university. And it was a good fortune to meet him and exchange ideas in his office, who happened to be, who did his postdoctoral fellowship from Canada. So it was nice a coincidence, and I invited him to visit Canada in the near future to expedite the collaboration. Particularly, I'm very much interested to forge a relationship with North-South University, being the lead private university in Bangladesh, in fostering some sort of formal relationship with some of the public universities in Canada. In the past, I worked very closely with Bangladesh High Commission in order to get some sort of contract done, which sort of remained half done. I mean, not very successful, but I'm sure with this new initiative, we are going to be successful. And if the Vice Chancellor visits, then it will be an added, momentum with this whole initiative. So without further ado, let me bring Professor Dr. Zakaria first to speak a few words. And as all of you possibly are aware of Dr. Zakaria's background, he specialized in environmental science and management. So Professor Dr. Zakaria, welcome to the studio and welcome to the session today. And before you speak, let me also once again express my deep gratitude for leading this initiative in Bangladesh. So Dr. Zakaria, floor is yours. So briefly speak about what you are interested in terms of research in Bangladesh and abroad. And I'm sure you are connected with so many organizations in Southeast Asia. So give us a background to our audience so that we are better informed about your interests and researches.
Thank you, Dr. Kaiser Ahmed, and it was thank you for a nice introduction. And it was very great that you came and met us and started this initiative with us. And North South University and Environmental Science and Management Department, it's a very long, old department in Bangladesh, because the university established in 1992, but the department started in its journey in 1993. So which means that North South University was very focused and is still very focused on the environmental issues, because in Bangladesh 1993 very few people talked about environment, but the founder of this university, they were so visionary, they thought the environment would be important, and that's why they started this department back in 1993. We struggled a lot with our students, because at that time, in 1993 very few people talk about environment, but now our students number is very high. We are very grateful to our authority, and also the people in Bangladesh, because they are showing their keen interest in the environmental issues. Environmental science and management department is very
Dr. Zakaria, can you hear us? I think there is a bit
Hello,
of, yeah, okay, here he is.
am I
Dr.
audible?
Zakaria, yeah, yes,
Naren, can you hear
yeah,
me?
yeah, we can hear you now. In between, there was a delay, so go ahead. The audience, just to be aware, Dr. Zakaria is outside Dhaka, the
Hello.
capital. So, yeah, go ahead. We can hear you now. Go ahead.
Oh, the connection lost for a minute, probably,
Yes,
right?
yes, yeah. Oh, no worries.
Is
Go
it
ahead.
is it from my side, right?
Yes,
Oh my goodness, right.
no
No,
worries.
I was keeping a backup from my mobile so that the connection isn't lost. I don't know what happened.
Okay. I think we again lost him. So we'll wait a couple of more seconds just to have Dr. Zakaria back. Yeah, Dr. Zakaria. Yeah, go ahead. Dr. Zakaria, go ahead. We can see you now.
Only দিতে করলাম
Okay.
দেখতে হয়েছে না That's all right. I'm really
Yes.
sorry. Yeah,
No worries. No worries. No worries. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm outside of the campus, so that's why probably it's happening.
No
Yeah.
worries.
No,
No worries.
I'd like to be brief now, because of the connection. So we at North South University department is very the old and very diverse also. You know that environment is a multidisciplinary department. We have different types of expertise in our department, and we have about 15 plus faculty members full time, and we have a lot number the adjunct faculty members coming from different private and public, mostly from public universities. They are teaching here different courses. So which means that as a team, we have very rich human resources at North South in our department, and almost all of the faculties are very research active. For example, I have a lot of the projects, local and international funded projects. So currently, I'm implementing a project which is also funded by IDRC Canada, FCDO, and this is a $1.6 million project. It's a 3-year project. So we are in the middle way of the project, implementing the project. It's a very interesting project because we are trying to develop local, location-specific early warning system for tidal surge, which is one of the important problem that the coastal people is facing in Bangladesh. So with this, we will try to develop location-specific warning system for other disasters as well. So we have program like biodiversity conservation program. We have program with the energy resources. We have program with disaster management on particular different other areas. So which means that the initiative that we have started with you, I think it will have a lot more dimension. It will add more dimension in our ongoing activities. And I found Dr. Kaiser is very proactive in nature. And I'm also kind of proactive. I like to expand my collaboration. And I saw him and I met him first, and Erin introduced me with him. Thank you, Naren. And I found a real proactive person. Since I'm a proactive, you are a proactive, and I'm hopeful that would be able to do a lot of things together in the coming days. And I'm really looking forward for this collaboration. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Zakaria. Absolutely. Proactive plus proactive, proactive square. So, yes, we'll definitely work together very closely. And I must confess that I absolutely like the spirit that you shared with me in Bangladesh. And I think this is something very important. We can try many things, but unless it is driven by a motivated team, it won't really get into that success phase. Nevertheless, the audience, let's invite Professor Dr. Nahreen Islam Khan, who is our director, one of the directors, and also she actually leads our activities in Bangladesh. She is a full-time faculty member in Jahangirnagar University, and she also teaches at North South University. So let's hear from Professor Dr. Nahreen. Nahreen, floor is yours. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm very happy because today is something very different. I think a very rare webinar because we four people are from four different geographical location, which is very interesting. As a teacher of geography, it's also very interesting for me and also for Zakaria Bhai, I guess. So I'm very happy because this is the something happening right now which we managed in Bangladesh within a very short span of time because we tried to do many things in Bangladesh, but the bureaucracy or like some sort of like I could say laziness in Bangladeshi people or bureaucratical way, like we couldn't manage it. But when I met Zakaria Bhai, I requested him, and then it worked like within a week actually. So I'm very grateful to Zakaria Bhai, and I'm very privileged because I'm not only the member of like CRRIC, I'm also the part of North South. So I'm actually benefited from both sides. So that's actually a very happy thing for me. Right now, it's very early in the morning and I'm a bit sick. So that's why I couldn't like turn on my camera. And I also want to show my gratitude to Cynthia because I never met her before. When Kasar Bhai was in Bangladesh, that time I met Cynthia, and I found Cynthia is very enthusiastic person, and Cynthia also helped us to do this work very quickly. So I wish all the best for both sides, and I hope that we would actually do something very positive for our nation and also for Creek and North South. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nareen. Thank you very much for the kind words. The audience, let's bring Professor Dr. Cynthia McKinney to the studio. And as Nareen rightly mentioned, a very spirited person I have ever met. And she is the main driving force to make it happen very quickly with regards to the memorandum of understanding. Dr. Cynthia, floor is yours. Go ahead, ma'am.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Kauser, and thank you, Dr. Jakaria. Thank you, Dr. Nareen, um, for joining us to make this event happen. Let me just say that while I am very new to the Office of External Affairs, I was not new to CRRIC. And that basically is because of the activism of Dr. Kauser coming to Bangladesh, making connections at North South University. And that happened years ago. And of course, those of us who are sort of focused on our activism and research in relation to peace and, of course, the resiliency of the Bangladeshi people, or of all peoples for that matter, that are in conflict areas. This was something that was very interesting to me. And so when Dr. Kauser came back to Bangladesh, this was my second time meeting him. It was like old friends meeting. And so it just so happened that I was in this position at the newly placed in this position of Director of Office of External Affairs to make this MOU signing happen. And so it was my pleasure to do so. As the Office of External Affairs is to NSU like the bridge to the rest of the world. So we are interested in promoting these research collaborations, faculty exchanges, student exchanges, study abroad opportunities for our students. We are sort of the face of NSU, although I'm not my face now, for NSU to the rest of the world. And so I was very happy to get engaged on this project. And I'm happy now that we are at this stage where we can actually make some good things happen for both CRRIC and NSU.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Cynthia, for your kind words again. So, the audience, a little bit of side note here. I have met Cynthia before, and she is very right. When I found her in this position as Director External Affairs, and it happened right in the office of Vice Chancellor, so I was, of course, pleasantly surprised to see her. And then we just met in her office again. So thank you once again, Cynthia, for making it happen. Dear audience, we will close this session. As I said before, that we express our deep gratitude to Professor Dr. Zakaria, Nahareen, and Cynthia for being here from all over the place in the world, and just to share their ideas what we are going to do together in the future. So for all of our consumption, we have received a commitment of a fund and grant from Global Affairs Canada just before Christmas, and we are waiting to sign the contract. So within this contract, the first collaboration is going to happen with Professor Dr. Zakaria's team and CRRIC, and we are planning to invite them to join the Ottawa Summit somewhere in early 2026 or spring 2026. And this is the first event that will be done under this memorandum of understanding. And also, I'm planning to run a series of educational webinars, which we often do in our YouTube channel. There are 252 such videos you'll find. These are all academic and educational videos. Often students use them as qualitative data. So we are going to plan a series with Professor Dr. Zakaria and his students. And just so that you know, the audience, here in University of Manitoba, where I also am an adjunct in the Natural Resource Institute with Professor Dr. Imdad, there are several students from Dr. Zakaria's department. So these folks, young folks, are working here, researching, and eventually will be graduated from University of Manitoba. So there is already an existing connection between the university and University of North South and the University of Manitoba, which we are going to definitely remember and tap on. And thirdly, we are also preparing a very I would say extensive application for Department of National Defense in Canada. Is called MINDS, Mobilizing Insights in Defense and Security Studies, where Dr. Zakaria is actively supporting us. He has already mobilized a few teams from Maldives and Nepal. So we have included them in that application. We don't know whether we'll be successful or not, but this is something is happening because of the memorandum of understanding that we have with Dr. Zakaria's team. So with these 3 points, which we are going to implement very soon, and of course, over and above, we are looking forward to inviting the Vice Chancellor to have a visit in Canada and meet up with other Vice Chancellor presidents of the universities. So with these 4 things, I will conclude this session. Once again, thank you very much, Cynthia, joining from China, and Nahreen from Germany, and Dr. Zakaria from Bangladesh. Thank you, folks. Stay well. And once again, we'll definitely meet in different platforms and different forums. Stay well, stay safe. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye
Thank you.
bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.